Well, hello Internet. This is going to be the final Alpha 4 video I'm going to do. This is mostly because tomorrow it's Premium Beta Day. That means that we have a whole influx of new people who will be joining us in this wonderful little iBooties cluster, or iBoots cluster I should say. And that's going to make things a little manic. But what we're going to do for the moment is I'm going to explore some of these systems just to see what there is. Although I would like to see if I've got any more new equipment that I can put on this Cobra. Let's see. Gimbaled pulse lasers would be nice, but no luck there. And it doesn't seem to have anything new, so we will leave the outfitting. We're at Da'an. And we're going to launch. Now, you might remember in the last video, I had awful problems launching in a Cobra Mk III. And that's mostly because my dear old X52 rather, wasn't working. You see there I just had a perfect takeoff there, and that's because the lateral thruster on my joystick here doesn't seem to want to work too well. We have a couple of people out and about tonight. We'll just fly through there gently. Right, we have Cobra Mk III, Commander Chuck Chamois, and we have this gentleman here who's flying away from us. Well, flying away at almost 400 meters a second isn't going to be helpful. Oh, I think he must be still in the station. So we'll just glide round and yet again have another fantastic view of the sunset. A lot of lens flare. J.J. Abrams would be very, very proud. So, let's go to this signal source. Find out where we're going. Is my undercarriage up? As the actress said to the bishop. Yeah. Okay. Super Cruise. Nope. Throttle up. Right. That's not that far away. Now if this turns out to be just pirates, best thing to do is slam everything into engines and just make a run for it. Oh, the proximity alarm's gone off there because we are very, very close to the gravity well. The other thing gravity wells do is that they slow you down, so your super cruise will drop quite substantially when you're caught in the gravity well of a sun or a gas giant. It all depends on how fast you're going and how close you are. It's a nice little gravitational effect. It goes to prove the research that they're doing into the physics behind the system. I mean, the whole idea behind all this was that you're trying to get it as close to how it could be. I mean, there's no artificial gravity in this game. Everything's done by spinning center and fooling with centrifugal force, which in my physics days I have found out doesn't really exist. It's just a kind of placeholder for you. Right, so here we are, and we have something. What's that? Federal security. Submit to scanning. Okay. So he's scanning me. And what is he? Ooh! That is an anaconda. Legal status unknown.
Detecting hostile scan.
Federal Security Service. Well.
Detecting hostile scan.
Well, no matter how many times he hostile scans me, you ain't gonna find anything interesting there, to be honest. Right, let's go to the combat zone, low intensity. Actually, that's quite far away. Instead, let's go to iBoots itself.
Drive charging.
Well, that's handy. iBoots is right in front of us. Full power to engines. Don't know if that does anything.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Have a look around hyperspace in the Cobra. Oh, I like the way that when you hold stuff over there, it can jump in progress. And again, avoiding the star. Apparently I annoyed a few people by calling it the sun. It is a little difficult to get out of that little... there's an awful lot of unidentified signal sources. Here's one that's 14,000 light seconds away. That'll take a while to get to. 13,000 light seconds away. Okay. One which is practically right next to iBoots itself, so let's lock that destination in there. And whack it up to full. Now what's missing in this game at the moment? Well, let's see. As the ability to interdict other players or other craft. That was quite important in Frontier, and also very important if you want to be a pirate. Apparently the super crews and the... if you get interdicted, that is all single player. You can't call for help. Now all these things are items that Frontier are looking into. And I'm yabbering on too much because I've just overshot. There we go. I've overshot that planetary system by just, what, 2 times the speed of light? That's a bit silly. Mining's missing. Although you can see plenty of miners at work. That's going to be in. And of course, exploration. Now, I'm going to come up close and then I'm going to call up the galaxy map. Flying by the planet. At that. Very Earth-like. Apparently, this planet is very, very famous for its fish farms. Which is a tip there, if there are any premium beta players there. Fish from this place will sell on anywhere else in this system, even to the other agricultural world. And yet, as I've got that close to the planet, you'll see that my speed has dropped to 200 kilometers a second. That's the maximum I can do. And now that I'm out of the gravity well, the speed is hopefully beginning to speed up. Boost doesn't work. Just thought I'd show that. Ah, right, there we are. We're out of the gravity well, beginning to speed up. Now, while that's all happening, I'm going to select the galaxy map again. Because now this is a bug. When you're in the galaxy map, it slows down. There's no two ways about it. As you can see, that's our little sector in white. And if you go out just a little bit, you find out that there's an awful lot of these stars which are unexplored. And so becoming an explorer and cataloguing this information will be profitable. And there's a whole load of equipment that will be supplied to allow you to do that. Of course, you don't have to do any of this stuff. You could just hang around the main systems and trade your little heart out. Or you could go bounty hunting, which is quite fun. But I'll show you this. I think it's... There we are. Now that is 193 light years away. This is where I have a little story that I'm writing. When Elite Dangerous was originally put up, there was a whole load of writers' packs, and a lot of these books are being published by Fantastic Books and Glance at the moment. And ooh, wonder what happened there. Oh, I've got an interdiction. Oh, look at this. Right, let's see what we've got. Oh, well now that looks like a lot of fighters, and to be honest... Oh, federal fighters, okay. Yeah, he's authorised to perform a ship scan. Oh, that's fine. Frame shift online. So, we'll just wait for them to do their scan. I mean, I haven't got anything to hide. Huh, they're not scanning me. Oh well. Right, what was I on about? Oh yes. Back to the galaxy map. So if I type in this is, was it 3393 or 3663? Oh, I think it's 663. Yep, there we are. Now this system here is actually known to us humans at the moment. It was found out in the Kepler program, Kepler 86, and allegedly around here there's supposed to be a gas giant in the Goldilocks zone, which scientists have assumed might have a satellite which could possibly support life. Now, you know, it'll be a bit like one of the moons of Jupiter being able to support life. In fact, I think there's a whole load of theories whether or not Titan can, because there's apparently water on the surface. So what I thought was I would set my story there. Now, originally when we were when Elite Dangerous came out, part of the Kickstarter packs pledges was a writer's pack, and 10 of those were sold for $5,000 each to various people who have, I think the majority of them have successfully created their books. I know 5 of which will be coming out with Fantastic Books, and I'm looking forward to reading all of them, because I'm in contact with a few of them, and they are genuinely nice people, and they're very enthusiastic about this game. However, mine, I attached my story to a thing called Elite Chronicles. Now, unfortunately, that seems to be one of the ones that has gone by the by, but I'm carrying on the story anyway. And that's the story where, well, that's where the story starts. And I'm not quite so sure whether it'll end there or not, but it's nice to actually see it in the game itself. So, but enough of my pontificating. We are trying to find out what the heck's on at this signal source here. And since those federal fighters aren't interested in me, because all I'm carrying is minerals. There we go. It does take a little bit of getting used to the frame shift. And there we go. Let's find out what's here. we have things. We have white things as well. Now white things, what could that be? Oh, now that looks like a nav beacon. Don't know what that is, but we do have another contact here. And you don't know what it is, so... Oh, it's a canister full of toxic waste. Oh. Oh, I'm going to deploy that. Deploy my weapons, because... Ooh, I don't like toxic waste. And there's something else there as well. Oh, that's the nav beacon. Boom. That's less toxic waste to worry about. Well. Well, that was a bit different. Okay. Onto the space station. Oh, it's the other side of the planet. We're going to have to be careful there. Oh. You can't frame shift with your guns out.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I wonder what would happen if I targeted a system which is outside the alpha range. See what happens. It'll probably just tell me we're not allowed. Or I could jump and disappear into the void. The other thing they haven't implemented yet is fuel. All this zipping about and frame shift is going to eat a heck of a lot of fuel. Same as doing a hyperspace jump. There are also plans for in-game comms, so that you can either talk to or send messages to other commanders. This is supposed to be wingmen. You should be able to hire wingmen to help out on your missions. That was under a greater deal of discussion. Although I must admit, fans of Wing Commander will be a little bit disappointed because it doesn't give you the same degree of control over your wingmen as you do in those games. So for instance, you can tell your wingmen to attack or basically stop attacking, or form up in your wing. Those three are your staple. However, you can't target a ship individually and then order all your wingmen to attack that one. The reason behind this is Frontier want the AI to be a little bit more autonomous, which personally is something I'm not amazingly happy with, but we'll see how it pans out. The other thing that I was hoping for that they aren't going to implement is that you can't hire cargo vessels as your wingmen and take cargo around the systems for you. However, you are going to be able to have more than one ship available to you at any one time. So you could fly the Lakon with a couple of wingmen into an Anarchy system and see how you do. Oh, ship scan detected. By whom? Ah, someone is running around without any heat. He's being a stealthy so-and-so. That's the only way I can see. Oh, better ask for docking clearance. They get a bit uppity. Down with the undercarriage. But the core mechanics for that people remember about Elite and Frontier, they are here, and you do have the, oh, I just need to do one more trade run to get the gun that I want, or one more trade run just to make sure that I've got enough insurance. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah. This is what happens if I talk too much. Let's go reverse. Huh. And there we have it. Can't dock too fast though. Oh. Ah. There we go. Right, what have we got in here? Let's see what we can sell. Should be able to sell quite a lot actually. There we are. Oh.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Now, is there anything new in the outfitting department? What we're looking for is gimbaled pulse lasers and something along the lines of a new hull, or maybe even a cargo scanner, or even better, a kill warrant scanner. Especially useful if you're doing bounty hunting. Oh no, all we've got is point defense turrets. Yay. Class 1 gimbaled pulse lasers, gimbaled burst lasers, class 3 gimbaled pulse laser, there we go. Only even got class 2 missile rack, that's... Now we've already got reinforced allies, we don't need to worry about that. Now this is one thing that I do have trouble with at the moment, is that how do you manage this? It doesn't seem to go back and forward between these things too well. So I have to come out of outfitting, go back into outfitting, and we're going to change that one. Now obviously a class 3 weapon is not as strong as a class 4 weapon, but the extra flexibility when aiming is probably more important, especially if you're dealing with a lot of fighters which are more maneuverable than you. Now I'm also going to do something else which I've always wanted to. I've always wanted to have a missile rack, but I've never actually been able to buy one. So there we are. You end up with 6 missiles. So I think that'll be everything for the moment. Because I've gone and switched all my weapon rounds, all my fire groups have gone all funny. Would you like to buy some ammunition? Oh yes please. So resupply multi-cannon, thank you. Resupply heatsink. Oh, I didn't realise they ejected 2 of them. I do have them on one of the buttons on my joystick, which unfortunately I occasionally catch. So we end up with poor heat sinks going out of everywhere. 10,000 credits for 12 heat-seeking missiles. That's interesting. Yet to use one, apart from in the single-player mods. So, this Cobra is well on the way to being rather difficult to fight against. So what we're going to do is we're going to launch.
Ship released. Engines
See,
engaged.
that is so much smoother now that I know how to do it properly. We can hear the other ships floating about. There we are. Oh, it's nice and quiet out here, isn't it? Right. Galaxy map. Right, this is what we're going to do, wasn't it? Oh. What's happened to all the stars? They seem to have disappeared. Have I gone and clicked a filter? Ooh, is that a bug? I hope not. Ah, there we are. Ah, it seemed to disappear for a second then. Or maybe it was because it did that. So, sticks. It doesn't tell you how far. Oh yeah, distance 4.041 light years away. So if I do that, we'll see that I don't think it's even coming along. No, the targeting system is still locked onto the star system. You can you can see my vapor trails behind me. Right then, so it looks like in the star map you can select a planet, but only if it's in the iBoots cluster are you able to hyperspace for it. So let's jump.
Drive charging.
And if I get jumped by pirates this time, I think I'll have a go with them, especially now that we've got the missiles.
3, 2, 1.
And of course I've completely forgotten to set up my fire groups. Now that would be embarrassing. Oh, right. Oh, these places are miles and miles and miles away. Lock destination for Beagle 2. And while all that's going on, we'll flip over here and set up the fire groups. So we want that pulse lasers as primary weapons. So you can see the amount of combinations that you have available to you just by this small amount. Is there anything else interesting in Beagle 2 that we could go and have a look at? There's the resource extraction site. I think I've been there before. And then you have this other unidentified signal source at almost 5,000 light seconds away. And yet another unidentified signal source at 0.14 light years away. That's... wow. That's beyond the orbit of Pluto from us, I think. I'll have to double check that. Please don't take that as gospel, because all of a sudden I'll make myself look a fool. No, we'll go into the resource extraction site. I want to try out some missiles. If only I had a kill scanner. Oh. I always got confused about, you know, light speed and relativity and things like that. I mean, obviously in this game, in order for it all to work in a multiplayer environment, those kind of things are kind of swept under the carpet a little. Although you do get to see the planets move at a particular rate at a particular time. Now, is that on the other side? Is there, so. But there was a lecture, actually it was the Doctor Who lecture, which explained a whole lot of space and time stuff to me that I just didn't get before. Professor Brian Cox was taking everybody through basically how physics works and how time travel could be possible. Effectively, the only way he said that you could even have a chance of altering your own timeline would be to go towards an event horizon on a black hole. Theoretically, of course. But that wouldn't be something you'd want to do. And we're approaching these rings, and you can see the rings begin to, for want of a better word, pixelate as we get closer. Now you got to remember that each one of these little pixels, these little microscopic little dots, is actually a full-blown asteroid that can smash your ship to bits. Always reminds me of the Douglas Adams things, that you are a microscopic dot on a microscopic dot, and you are compared to the entirety of the universe with a little sign saying, "You are here." Turns out the last thing you want in reality is a sense of perspective. Oh, I'm getting pulled away by the gravity there. That's quite clever. Whoa! And here we are. I think I've said this before, in an asteroid field that made Han Solo go, "No, you don't want to go there." Oh, we've got someone else here as well. Now, who's that? Is it anybody I know? Malkin Spiteri. Yeah, I do know him actually. I remember having a couple of scraps with him in Alpha 2. So let's change the fire group to involve the missile rack. Hello. Now who's that? Daisy Hall. And she's clean, so we'll leave her alone. All these miners happily hacking away. Bryant. Status wanted. I wonder how much for. 400 credits. Hardly worth a missile, really. Bryant has deployed hardpoints. I wonder why. He seems to be chased by a couple of sidewinders there, I think. Ooh, bit of rubber banding going on there, I think. Okay. Now, who are you? Dak Fader, wanted. I wonder what for. These gimbaled pulse lasers have changed. They used to lock on quite quickly. They have. That's actually different now. Right. Oh, he didn't like that. It just suddenly stopped. And I'm a worm now, apparently. That's good. Oh, where is he? He's a long way away now.
Target shields offline.
Oh, this isn't worth dying for, he says. So that normally gives you the idea he's making a run for it. We have launch. There goes a missile. Whoa! Oh, I like that. He's down to 20%. Oh, boom.
Target destroyed. Heat sink deployed.
And I've gone and done it again. I've gone and caught the heatsink button on my that looks as if there's cargo canisters down there. Now, ironically, the fact that I killed him with the missile was probably worth a lot more than the bounty was. That's a canister. Or indite, whatever that is. So in order to make back my missile, I've got to get at least another couple of kills, I think. Now that looks as if Eleanor... Oh, she's wanted. Don't know what for. 150 credits? Oh well. Oh, there's a federal fighter. He'll be clean. Cobra Mk III. Ooh, blowing asteroids. There we go. Oh, she's wanted. Alright. How much for? 450. Alright, fair enough. Oh, thread the needle between these two. So what I'll do is I'll change the fire group again. The multi-cannon. Right, and go! Now, let's see if I can sub-target her systems this time.
Target shields offline.
Now if you manage to hit a power plant like that, you'll actually probably destroy the ship faster. But if you don't want them to get away, take out the frame shift. It's funny that you're supposed to have a little set of crosshairs turn up telling you exactly where the subcomponent you can target is. Oh, there we are, you can see in the center. Boom.
Destroyed.
Right then. Ooh. Command Stability has 600 credits against him. And someone's shooting him. Oh, I'm tempted. He is only in an eagle after all.
Target shields offline.
Ooh. Ooh.
Target destroyed.
I think someone else got him. It certainly wasn't me. Bye bye, Commander. Right, who are you? Oh, he's wanted. That's good enough for me. Oh, 100 credits. Oh. Is it worth it, I wonder? God. Oh, he's worth a lot more. So there we go. Oh, I'm under attack by somebody else. Right.
Target destroyed.
Got him. And he got me. Uh-huh. Oh, you gotta be so careful using lateral thrusters in this environment.
Hostile scan.
Yeah. Oof. Let's put a bit of space between us. Ooh. Yeah. Right.
Target shields offline.
There we go. Serves you right for having a go at me, mate. Right, let's build our shields back up. There we go. You can see the difference that he had a rail gun and I think a beam laser. And it didn't do anything to me. The rail gun did. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh, something happening there. Well, there's an awful lot of illegal pirates out here. It does seem that there's a lot of bounty hunters after pirates, after bounty hunters after pirates. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave them all to it. And break free and frame shift. So.
Drive charging.
Oh. Frame shift inhibited by a factor of 12. Let's go down there. So again, you can see the ring. When you're close, you can see the individual asteroids, and yet as it disappears into the distance, it forms the kind of ring that we're familiar with Saturn. Planet in the distance. Oh, almost there.
4, 3.
Oh, we've got someone coming up behind us here. Woomph. Proximity warnings. Mostly because we are far too close to the rings themselves. So head towards vehicle 2. Now in the distance there you can see the B star in this system. Now it's a brown star, but when you get close to it it's supposed to be purple. No doubt. Again, I will be corrected if I'm wrong. So at least I got enough bounty to buy back the guns and the missiles that I used up on them. Can you just imagine an Anaconda armed with so many missile turrets? It'd be practically impossible to get anywhere near. As long as you... Right. Now it's a case of guess which end is the front end of the station. I'm going to go that side. A zoom function would come in really handy about now. One new contact. I think I chose poorly. Now there's a trick that a couple of commanders do, which is quite phenomenal to see. It's called the home run. Now if you actually look at the superstructure of the space station there, you'll see that there's what looks like trenches on the corners of the space station. And if you're in a ship small enough, say a Sidewinder or an Eagle, you can actually fly in between them. And the idea being is to do a full circuit of a space station while it's spinning, and they call that the home run. Quite impressive actually. Oh, we've got a Lakon Type 9 Heavy. Now who's that? Trying to dock. Oh, this might be amusing. Commander Thomas Debris. So I'm just going to wait out here and see how he does, because I've yet to see a Lakon try to dock. See him.
Target shields offline.
Oh, he's lost his shields. And his hull. Boom!
Target destroyed.
R.I.P. Commander. Was that because he came flying out? Oh, great. We have an idiot.
Target shields offline.
Deploy. Right, mister. You are mine. Ah, great. Now you can see there they've got no effect on him whatsoever, so he must have had a hack. So look at this. Zap, 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 zap. Now everybody look. Commander Kane Zeruk, you are officially a cheater. Well done. Oh, I do hope they fix that.
Request granted.
We'll leave him back there. Unless of course he decides to come after us. Which he might say to, because you do end up with a whole load of... oh. Hang on a second. Put those away. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to report that. Right, we are docking at 28. Undercarriage down. I'd be so hacked off. Whoa. Back again. Right. Don't know what's up with this. I think we've got a slight bug with the landing pad here. It looks as if I was coming in the wrong way when I was really coming in the right way. Right then. Okay. So probably confuse it a little bit more.
Docking successful.
Right, let's enter the hangar. Oh, it's not confused. It's sorted itself out a little. Right, starport services. Any repairs to make? No. Ship seems fine. Commodities market. Seems good. Munitions. Yep. 6 heaters, 6 heat seekers for 5,000 credits. Well, bounty hunting, if using missiles, is expensive. Is there anything else we can have here? Happy with everything. Oh, interesting. Look, it has a mirrored heat surface composite or a reactive surface composite. And those are really expensive. Now, mirrored surface composite is probably more resistance against lasers, and reactive surface composite probably more resistant against munitions. So I'm really tempted, actually, but no sign. No sign of any of the scanners, the cargo scanner or the I don't know how you use that auto maintenance. Is it supposed to give you...
Warning. Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Right then. I think we'll make it the final one of the evening.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
We have someone ahead of us in an Eagle. Who's that? Oh, they're motoring out there. Oh, that's the Commander Splitty, who we saw bite the big one in the asteroid field. I'll balance out the power so that we've got plenty here. I'll check my landing gear as soon as I'm clear. Although, technically, I am going out the wrong side of the port. But since there's no one coming in, I don't think anyone's going to mind. Right. Oh, everything's retracted. Wonder if our friend is still out here. Whether or not it's just all... Right. Lock destination to terrain. Oh, look at that! The sun is behind a planet there, so you've got a kind of sunset. That's really nice. So if I set that over there. No, we're not going to see a full sunset there, never mind. Right, jump. The last one of the night. So this is going to be farewell to my Cobra, and I must admit I thoroughly enjoyed mucking about with it. To be honest, I'm a bit scared of the bigger ships. I've seen people on YouTube trying to dock Anacondas, and we saw what happened to that Type 9 earlier. Quite amusing to watch. He's probably back to his Sidewinder now. Unless he's actually managed a couple of successful trade runs, and then everything's different. conflict zone at 6,000. The conflict zone. It's a federal distress signal. Instead, we're just going to head there. Now you can see why this game has replaced my main games of Star Wars: The Old Republic. It is immersive. It is got a surprisingly amount of depth to it. I should have known better, really. I didn't expect it to match my old rose-tinted glasses of the old Elite game, and I am so happy that it's managed to surpass most of my expectations. Oof, that was a close call to the planet there. But I am looking forward to Star Citizen as well. Not just going to be a one-person space sim. Oh, hello, we've been interdicted. I wonder what by. Boom. All after my cargo of consumer goods. No contacts in range. That does not look good. Prepare to be scanned for crimes, pilot. Ah. Against who? Two federal security. Okay, you do your hostile scan. Obviously, if you're a smuggler, you'd be hightailing it out of there by now. You don't get an acknowledgement that you've passed the scans, you just get hostile scans. But that's done. Oh, hang on. And away we go.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we are. Right then. Full power to engines. I'm going to guess this side. Give it a double boost just to give us a little bit of speed. Get close as quickly as possible. Though I don't know why I'm doing this. This does seem to be quite a safe system. Oh yeah, you can see just there, stabilizing thrusters are firing. You'll see when your ship does maneuver, it's fly-by-wire. So you move the stick left, the ship's computer works out what thrusters it needs to fire in order to perform that maneuver. Now, there's supposed to be a dynamic damage model, so that if you get too much damage in particular areas, your maneuverability could be affected. What I've found is that before your maneuverability is actually affected, they've normally totaled you anyway. Right, looking in the area. Oh, somebody's had an accident. There's a canister of acroponic aquaponic supplies. Right, let's request a docking.
Granted.
Dock 14, lower undercarriage. Admire all the lovely adverts on the way in, mostly for Remlock, and then forget about those adverts because basically you would lose control of your ship. You see all these other landing pads lit up for other commanders to land at. There's one that's flying right below me at the moment. You can see them as the hollow squares on the scanner. So, oh, there's 3. Or was it 2? Need to get my eyes checked. There we are. Lateral thrusters.
Docking successful.
And that's it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Alpha 4 for me. Unless, of course, I get to play a little of it later. But so far, the Alpha process for myself has been fantastic. It's been nice to contribute and help out in any way or form to make a game like this. And a fair play to Frontier for having the balls to do it. So, hopefully, next time I do one of these, it will be in premium beta, and we're all going to be swamped by a whole load of newbies who will be easy prey. But until then, good night.